Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, rather had fun, yeah.
What about when you're out in public? Do you get recognized ever, either of you? I asked Zane this. He says every once in a while there's some random guy in a scooter who's like, Zane.
Random guy.
But it's
so funny.
It's not too common.
Well, it's actually funny because today when we were getting our rental car, the lady was like, "What's your name?" And I was like, "Annalie Waters." She goes, "Hold on, my manager told me to wait for like if you came up to like go in the back and get him." And then she went to the back, got the manager out. I think it was Alamo, and the guy comes out like takes photos and was like this big pickleball fan. So it's like the most random places, kind of
Right.
like Zane said, where like somebody
It is starting to
recognizes
happen like more often though.
Yeah, well, what's weird is at airports now, there will be people waiting with like tons of stuff for me to sign, and they're like, "We've been waiting here all
Really?
day."
Oh, yeah, it's
for you
getting
to
bad.
show up."
Wow.
Like,
Okay,
the-
are these like middle-aged guys who look like they might not have a lot of hobbies, and they're like, "Please
I mean,
sign this."
sometimes
They are all guys. They are.
I would
all
be
men.
a little scared if I wasn't with my parents. Like if I was just traveling by
Right.
myself, I think I would be a little freaked
Those
out.
autograph guys can be a
But-
little interesting.
That's
Yeah.
creepy. Where's like it's a little strange. Just, like where's the place that like the most
baggage
people?
claim, rental car
Well,
places.
what happens is they'll find me like right after we put our bags and we're heading to TSA. They'll find me, and then when we land, they'll like call their friends in Arizona, and they'll be like, "Hey, our guys called us from Miami and told us you'd be on this flight," and then they're like waiting for us.
Yeah.
How do they
Yeah.
know? How do they know? Like,
That's what
when
we
you're,
can't figure out.
we can't
That's
figure
what
it
we
out.
can't
And
figure
that's
out.
the creepy
That's
part.
the
That's
creepy-
the
that's
really
the-
weird part.
that's
Like,
the-
are they there for like 3 days ahead of a tournament? Because like,
they told like the last time they were like, "We've been here all day."
okay,
Yeah.
But we don't know if they just know the flight we're on. Like we don't know.
As I said, not many hobbies, I would assume.
Well, we think they're selling this stuff online.
Yeah, they go put it right on
One
eBay.
time,
What
the
happens-
guys brought us a portrait of me and gave it to me as a gift for signing all the things. Like it's just
Oh,
like,
really?
yeah.
I think what happens more than her like getting just recognized like right off the bat is like, you know, you go into a store or whatever, and "Oh, why are you here? Pickleball," and then they'll be like, "Wait, are you?" And
Right.
I
you know,
swear
they recognize
sometimes
her more
people
that way.
recognize, like, I was at Blaze Pizza once, and the lady was like she was not like, she wasn't happy. You could tell she wasn't happy. And then she looked at me, started smiling, and was like, "What's your name?" And I just said Anna because I didn't want to like.
Yeah.
I was like Anna, and she was like, it was like she knew, but she didn't say anything. Like her whole mood changed, and then like we went along, she didn't say anything. But like, I
You
swear
can
that
tell when
happens all the
people-
time.
yeah.
Yeah, they just don't say anything, but they know.
it's almost worse because they're just looking at you and staring at you, and they're like, "Is that the person?
Yeah.
Like, is
Yeah.
that not the person?" And they're
Yeah.
just staring, and I don't think they realize that they're just
Right.
like looking at you. I'm like,
Yeah.
that has happened to me a few times.
Yeah.
I'm sure a million times more for you guys, but just the stare is so much
Just
worse.
go, yes, yes. It's me.
Well, tell us about the RV. And did you steal that idea from us? Because the
you're-
first time we ever met, you guys
That's
took a
right.
picture in front of the
That's
Dink
right,
van.
The Dink van.
That is true. I remember that photo. It was in Arizona, I think.
Yeah,
The
in
photo.
Mesa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the RV was interesting because I didn't have any, like, I didn't pick it out. I didn't have any dealings with it. It was all my dad. Like he
It didn't
found,
come down the Carvana vending
No.
machine or what?
he found the driver,
Carvana
or
had
he
paid
found
for
our
it.
driver, Mr. Scott, who ended up being amazing. He's a bodyguard. He's a chef. He drives the bus. He's a super nice guy.
I want to talk about that too. The bodyguard thing.
Yeah. So
Okay.
so he's awesome
I don't
just
know
to
why you
have
pointed at
tournaments.
me. I don't know.
Don't need to.
Continue.
Oh, are we
Sorry.
what? Are we talking about the story that happened?
No,
Oh,
continue
okay.
with the RV.
Yeah, so we have Mr. Scott who drives the RV to the locations that can accommodate our bus or whatever you want to call it, RV. And after each match, I go into the RV and like kind of chill, watch the matches going on because there's TVs in it. But I don't stay, like we don't stay on the RV.
Yeah.
He sometimes stays on the RV, and then we rent a house, and then so it's basically just there for the tournament usage because we're there all day long. You're there from like 10 o'clock in the morning to like 8 o'clock at night.
It's like your personal clubhouse, essentially.
Yeah.
It feels like home. It's like, I think it's
That's
such an
pretty cool.
advantage because it
Yeah.
literally feels like I'm going home. I can relax. I can kick my feet up, take my shoes off, eat some food, laundry, bathroom. Like it's got everything.
I mean, part of, I think, the advantages of the RV, which we didn't really realize when we got it originally, is the fact that, like, you know, we forget. I think most people forget that she is still a kid, and in a world of mainly adults. And it's just nice to be able to like remove her from that, because we are doing this almost every weekend or every other weekend. And it is very stressful and pressure filled, and there's always some kind of drama going on about something.
Especially since I'm on the top, I feel like a lot of the pro players just don't like me because of that reason. So it's like, why do I want to like hang out with them after a match when they're not nice to it? Like sometimes they'll make snarky comments to us or like little jabs. Like when we're like, dude, we're here to play pickleball. You're here to play pickleball. Like, can we not just get along without like having all this drama? So
it's just nice
a good
to be
way
able
to
to
get away
like
from that.
What would we talk
her.
about then? What would we talk about?
But it's really, I think, helped to like just keep her mood and keep her stress free and just allow her to focus on the matches.
For sure. It gives me a space that I can like warm up to, because like it's really hard to warm up before a match, like physically, like doing stretches, etc. when there's so many people, so many pros. So if you have like a little area where you can just like warm up, use a band, it's like a big thing too.
Right. Okay, what's a bodyguard thing?
No, so like I've seen, I actually think it was Jimmy that said it. Like I don't understand why Annalie needs a bodyguard. And like when we hired Mr. Scott, he was, we didn't hire him to be like a bodyguard or security or anything.
He is an ex-cop though,
but
so don't mess with Mr. Scott.
Yeah, he's like very high level detail. He's been around some crazy stuff, but this summer, and I won't say where because I don't want to make anybody feel bad, but this summer, a fan who actually liked her, we don't know this person, was so excited to see her that with running force, jumped on her.
Like bear hug, like full squeeze.
And he was a very big man.
Yes, and like I felt something like in my chest area, like kind of like pop-ish, and I was like, oh, I said, Mom, like I think he just like hurt me.
And I was like, oh, he didn't hurt you.
And this was actually a couple weeks before the tie rope match, which is interesting. But I didn't think anything of it. But then, like, I started not being able to get out of bed. Like, I would, like, go to, like, sit out of bed. Like, and I'm like, oh, my God, this is killing me. And, like, probably, like, 3 weeks later, I get home, and I go to do a workout with my trainer, and I physically, like, can't work out. And it was getting, like, pretty bad. And we go and get we got an X-ray, MRI,
whatever.
And they were like, you don't have like a cracked rib or anything, but you have what's called, it was some
inflammation of the tissue between the cartilage.
They said it feels like you're having a heart
ribs.
attack. They said like 30% of people who feel like they're having a heart attack actually have this. So it's like, oh my, like, so that was kind of when we were like, we need somebody
so when Scott offered to kind of like walk with her at events, we were like, that would be awesome, because I mean, she ended up being out.
So are you walking around events with this guy like on your tail now?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, he's in front of me, which I think is better, because he kind of like, you know.
I might have to test this guy and see what he's capable of.
Test him.
There we go.
Yeah.
He's like such a nice guy, but if he like gets into a situation where he needs to like be authority, like, well, it's also kind of strange. Sometimes people come up to you and they like, you know, put their hand in weird spots sometimes. So it's like he'll come down like.
Does that happen to you, Zane?
No, it doesn't.
No, but like somebody will come like put their arm on me and he'll be like, no, like he'll like just take their arm and remove it. Like, so that's nice. That aspect of it is nice too.
Well, again, because she's a 17-year-old girl, you know, like she doesn't want like necessarily.
You want creepy autograph guys waiting for you at the airport and dudes giving you random bear hugs. All right, you guys know Gamma. They just came out with their new Airbender paddle. Being able to change your paddle is a game changer with the new Gamma Airbender. With the variable weighted end caps and Zorbicon Shockbuster gel inserts, you can tailor your paddle to fit your game perfectly. That's right, Zorbicon Shockbuster gel inserts. Adapt on the fly and reduce harmful vibrations for smoother play. Get your Airbender today and use code DINK10 for 10% off your purchase on GammaSports.com. That's all caps DINK10 for 10% off your purchase at GammaSports.com. Everybody's going to want the Zorbicon Shockbuster gel inserts, so go get yours. The new Airbender paddle from Gamma.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, rather had fun,